Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a duel between Alderson Broaddus University and Southern Virginia. Just wait for the announcements right here. In the 141-pound weight class, we have Southern Virginia's Brooks Fletcher and Alderson Broaddus' Micah Powell. In the 157 weight class, we will have the Knights' Zach Davidson and the battle of Jason West. In the 165-pound weight class, we will do Southern Virginia's Dylan Dawson and Alderson Broaddus' Logan Sharina. In the 174-pound weight class, we will have Southern Virginia's Jonathan Sarapa and Alderson Broaddus' Cole Williams. In the 184-pound weight class, they will do the Knights.
All right, tonight we're at the Southern Virginia University Wrestling Duels. I'm Braden Berger.
And I'm Tom Lagoon.
And we'll be your commentators for tonight. We're really excited to do this for them. The team's looking really good this year, best they've looked so far since they've been turned into a D3 school from a club.
Yeah, they're actually on their last year of their provisional their probation was the word I was looking for. They after this year they cannot, they can actually go to nationals. They cannot go nationals this year though. So that is the captain, Zach Davidson.
He is a freshman this year. This is his first year at Southern Virginia University. His first year wrestling in college as well. He is from West High, from Utah, which is by Salt Lake City. We're really excited to have him here. Our first match tonight is going to be Jason Cody. From Southern Virginia University, and it's going to be against Micah Powell from Alderson Broaddus University.
Jason's actually from Liberty High School down in Virginia, about an hour down the road from where we're at right now in Buena Vista. So.
All right, and this is the first match of the night.
Jason had a nice sprawl. He's going for a front quarter Nelson, and Alderson Broaddus fought that off really well. Going for a trip on that outside, trying to take him over.
I do want to correct myself earlier. Earlier I said Micah Powell from Alderson Broaddus. It actually is Jacob Mon at 133.
Jason stuffs another shot from Jacob and does get taken down here. He's still fighting though.
All right, and that is 2 points for Jacob Mon from Alderson Broaddus.
Mon has a deep tight waist in right now. He's pressuring him forward, keeping Cody down on the mat, and just doing that. Just keeping that forward pressure on him, keeping him down. So Jason needs to actually get his head up on bottom right here and start fighting to get up. He's turning in really good.
That was almost reversed there. Looks like Jacob does have a leg in.
See, still hasn't picked his head up. If he got his head up, it'd make it a lot easier, and just needs to fight that leg out. He needs to get that leg out. The thing with that leg is it's keeping him anchored down. Can't straighten it, can't move it, and just makes it easier for
All right, and there has already been 1 minute and 20 seconds of riding time for Jacob Mon from Alderson Broaddus.
Actually, in college, if you ride your opponent for 1 minute or longer, the wrestler that has the minute of riding time will be awarded a point at the end of the match. But Jason does have a chance to eliminate that riding time if he wants to get on top and make the riding time under 1 minute or get his own riding time.
All right, and just then you saw a caution. That is a stalling warning against Southern Virginia. Jason Cody, if you don't make forward progression and moving into a next move, you do get called for stalling.
The ref did swipe near fall, did not hold it for the 2 seconds that is required to get the actual near fall points.
All right, and that's the end of the first period.
It's Southern Virginia's choice, and Jason chooses to go neutral, which means they'll be both starting on their feet.
The score is still 2-0 for Alderson Broaddus, Jacob Mon.
And he did collect about 2 minutes and 10 seconds of riding time.
That is another shot for Jacob Mon in on Jason Cody.
Jason.
And that is another 2-point takedown for Jacob Mon.
And then Jacob Mon is still keeping, goes for a Granby roll. If he grabbed the hand that was on the inside and not the overhand, he could actually go feet to back and, oh my.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, he actually has the wrong hand for the move he's trying. He's actually in a great position. He just has the wrong hand to finish that roll.
Now, riding time is still being awarded to Jacob Mon at this time because there was no loss of control. So what Jason really needs to do is he needs to get out of that position so that he's not getting that riding time against him anymore.
And if you are familiar with wrestling and you're wondering why the ref was swiping like he was counting for the near fall, there is a new rule in college wrestling where they can't hang out on heads. You cannot hang out on the head or the
All right, and that is 2 reversal for Jason.
Yeah, but like I was saying, you cannot hang out on those holds for more than 5 seconds, and then he was getting to that.
All right, they already gave the reversal back to Jacob Mon. That's 2 points, so now the score is 2-6 for Jacob Mon.
And Mon has 3 minutes of riding time collected. And Mon's back to his tough ride, just on him the whole time and smothering Cody right now. And Cody just got to get his head up and just start exploding up to his feet, get that escape, or start working for a reversal.
All right, and that's the end of the second period. The score is still 2-6 for Jacob Mon.
Mon had the choice at this period. He chooses to go bottom, and he's going to hopefully get his escape or his reversal, and hopefully Jason could work his way up to a turn.
I think Jason does get shook off, but he does go in for a single leg immediately, trying to hold on so that he doesn't lose control.
In these positions right here, Cody should be working to get the leg height higher, because in these scramble positions, whoever's foot's higher at the moment of the scramble, most likely whoever's elevating the foot will win the scramble and get the takedown or the points for that.
All right, and that is a 2-point reversal for Jacob Mon.
Working the head lever, Mon is.
All right, he went ahead and cut him, which gives a 1-point escape for Jason Cody.
It's now 3-8 for Alderson Broaddus. He's working for that front quarter Nelson again. Oh, Mon's working, gets another one.
There's another 2-point takedown for Jacob Mon of Alderson Broaddus.
And a minute left in this match, and
for sure, Alderson Broaddus will be getting a 1 point for riding time.
Jason Cody did just hit a very nice Granby, but Mon from Broaddus is actually working for a spladle right now, which is a very painful move if you don't know anything about wrestling. Did not get it though.
Okay.
And Mon is continuing with his tough ride and just hit 4 minutes in riding time.
Yeah, he's looking really comfortable in that top position,
Yeah.
keeping him down,
He's
working
nice.
different moves.
Nice lengthy guy, could sprawl out all over Jason Cody and just pretty much smother him any other move he was trying to get.
All right, that is the end of the match for the 133 pounds. It was 3-10 for Alderson Broaddus, and that will award them 3 points for the team.
Actually, he was awarded a minute of riding time.
That is right, so it's 3-8, giving the team
and then it'd be 14 points. And right now coming up, it's Brooks Fletcher from Southern Virginia and Micah Powell from Alderson Broaddus. Brooks is a freshman. He is out of Bountiful, Utah High School, and he solid wrestler. Had a chance to practice with him for a while until I got injured, and really fun kid to wrestle with. He's really aggressive, likes to stay on people. And they just broke from that exchange where Broaddus was going for the shot. Micah does look really comfortable on his feet. It's got good movement going on. Brooks is just keep on posting. And
all right, Brooks goes in for a single leg, coming out the back door.
It's got a nice slow lift going here, but Micah has trapped the arm, which is actually a really good technique, so he can't finish it right there. Brooks is hanging onto that foot, making sure nothing can happen. It's going to most likely be called a stalemate. He did step over the foot, though, which does help a lot. If he posted that leg on the far side off of his head, he could secure it, but it looks like Micah is just holding on, praying for a stalemate call. And he did let go of the step. As long as he keeps that elevated and keeps that hip pinned to the mat, he should be fine. He steps over it again. And like I said earlier, all he has to do is push that leg over his head, and he can secure a double leg and get the takedown. It's a good scramble. Brooks is trying to jump over the high leg so he could put him on his back. And then gets a low lift again, going for another takedown. But Micah grabs an ankle and keeps him down. And there's the stalemate. So, great exchange here. Brooks has a nice, good shot, gets in deep. And
with that scramble, no points were awarded.
Correct. And then Micah just dropped to his knee because I believe he doesn't want to give up another shot like he did just give up. And there you go. Brooks is being heavy on the head. Coach actually showed that a few days ago in practice, just staying on people, moving forward, and just keeping a constant pressure on their head, just making them not want to wrestle. Oh, not a good shot. Nice stuff of a shot, though. Brooks dug a hook, used his head, and in wrestling you have lines of defense when it comes to shot, and it's first line defense is your hands, and then second use your head, then you got your hips, and then if they get past your hips, you have tricks, which is the fun part of wrestling. You just do kind of make up stuff, and hopefully they get off your leg. Brooks just used his hands defense really well. See Brooks right here. Brooks should just stay on him and just not let him breathe like he's doing right now.
That is the end of the first period. The score is still 0-0, and it is now Alderson Broaddus' pick.
They did defer the choice until the third period, which means that Brooks actually got to choose, and then Brooks decided to go bottom, where he could either get a reversal or the escape. So. Brooks keeps turning. Did give up. He had a. If you are watching that, he did get the 5 count near fall, and there's actually a new rule change that there is a new rule that there is no more 3 near fall. It is only 2 and 4. So if you hold your opponent in the criteria to get the near fall, you will get either for 2 seconds you'll get the 2, and then if you hold them for the full 5, they will award you a 4-point near fall, which is just what happened. And
All right, and Micah Powell did commit a penalty there, which gives 1 point to Brooks, which means that the score is now 4-1 with that near fall and the penalty.
And I believe that was a illegal headlock or a full Nelson of some sort. I did not see it, but. And then there's another caution on red, which means he jumped the gun on his breakdown or his first move from the top position.
Moved before the whistle, yeah.
Yeah. And then Micah is switching sides, which is something I actually did whenever I wrestle. It's just a way to see what's just confuse your opponent and then do different things just to mess them up. And Brooks did just get a reversal off of a switch. And
so that is 2 points for him. The score is now 3-4 for Alderson Broaddus in the lead still.
He is working for a guillotine turn right now. He has to be really careful with this. The ref is watching Micah's shoulder to make sure Brooks, he has to rip it straight back to not give up the potentially dangerous call, which is the wrestler is not in
Micah and Brooks.
And then Brooks actually does have a chicken wing in right now, or a arm bar, depending on where you're from in the country. The move does, and it's slipping loose. He does readjust and gets it. He is running. Oh, he lost it. Goes for it. He does stay on top and keeps wrestling.
With the scramble, no control has been switched over yet. There it is. That's the reversal. That's 2 points.
There's a reversal. Brooks is turning back in. Brooks
out of bounds. That's going to be the end of the second period as well. Which leaves the score 3-6 for Alderson Broaddus.
That was a very close call for the escape, and if Brooks would have just broke the contact or just not have been touching Powell, he would have got away and got that escape. And then, but starting the third period, the score is 6-3 in favor of Powell, and he elected to go neutral. And then Brooks just gotta, I believe the riding time is in favor of Brooks. He has 25 seconds, and if he gets a takedown, rides him out, he will be able to collect that minute, which would make it 6-6, and then they would possibly go into a sudden victory overtime round. So Brooks just gotta work in and get his takedown, stay the pressure on him, and just make the guy not want to wrestle him anymore. Brooks is actually before he came out here, he got a spot on the United Wrestling Club, coached by Ben Kerr. Don't know if people are familiar, but Ben Kerr was actually the first All-American out of Utah Valley University, and he was a match away, or I believe he took 4th or 3rd, and was barely not able to make it on the Olympic team when they traveled to Beijing. Brooks is still working in, trying to get a control tie. He's going to have to get a takedown real fast and hopefully get the right time. He actually needs about 2 takedowns and about 25 seconds to get this win but there's another stalemate call. Stalemates are when a wrestler, they're in a position where neither of them could score. So the ref didn't see any.
All right, and there's a stall warning against Alderson Broaddus for not putting the pressure on and not trying to make a positive move.
Yeah, and then Brooks is still on the head, beating the head.
And that is time. Unfortunately, the score is 3-6 for Alderson Broaddus. They will have another 3 points for their team.
And up next is Zach Davidson from he is out of West High School, and he is wrestling Jason West from Alderson Broaddus. But what you just witnessed was Southern Virginia does not have a 149-pounder, so, and Alderson Broaddus did, so they received a forfeit and 16 points. So the team score is now 13-0 in favor of Alderson Broaddus. This is the Zach Davison is a very solid wrestler. He's was my drill partner actually before I got injured. He's really good kid. He's team captain as well.
As a freshman.
Yes, he is a freshman, as is actually most of the wrestling team. We don't have a lot of seniority on the team. We only have one senior, I believe, is Travis, and he won't be wrestling tonight. Zach, sorry, is rolling through. If he gets that elevation up now, he will be able to finish his shot. He just needs to pick his foot, the other kid's foot up on that. He is reaching to get the head under to elevate. He needs to be careful though. There you go.
Good.
He did get the takedown. He needs to get his head free though. That was a nice exchange, and then he's going to rake in the face and just being being a pain on top, and then just making this kid not to want to wrestle him. In practice, I do talk to Zach about that a lot, and just being like a pit bull when it comes to being on the mat, and he's doing that really well.
All right, and with that takedown, the score is now 2-0 in the favor of Zach. He scored first points in this match, which is always a good sign.
A thing Zach could do right now to get out of this weird position is grab the foot that Alderson Broaddus has and get his head up. He just needs to get his hips in now, arch his back, so he could. I don't believe that should have been a 2 because Zach was on the hardwood floor.
Okay, but that was a reverse.
Put pressure on his opponent so nothing could happen.
He's very high on that leg.
And as he kicks out.
Reversal awarded by the ref, so it is now 2-2 for Alderson Broaddus. They are on top, but it looks like Zach is down with an injury on his ankle.
Yeah, Zach actually has had that injury on his ankle for a while. He did, I believe he hurt it his senior year from what it sounds like he's been telling me. And I don't remember exactly how he told me he hurt it, but he gets to, just starts hurting him if, oh, yes. But, the ref just, came to the head table, and Alderson Broaddus decided to go down because in college, if a wrestler gets injured or calls injury time, the opponent gets to choose where he wants to go when it comes to like after the break, after Zach's fine. So, and Zach has been battling a few other injuries. I know he slipped a rib out of place in practice a few weeks ago, but Zach's a tough kid. I feel like he's gonna keep pushing. He can make it through. He'll be fine. He'll push through and he'll keep wrestling good. And he does look like he is in a lot of pain, but I don't think he'll quit. I think he'll keep pushing no matter how much pain he's in. It's just the kind of person he is. It's kind of how wrestlers are. They'll go through with a lot of injury and a lot of damage to their body and have you not even know what's going on with them. And Zach needs to get the second leg in, which he did, and then he needs to arch his back and pop his arms out off the mat so he can flatten his hips to the mat.
Fortunately, Zach does have 1:10 so far of riding time. That will be in his favor coming into the next round.
He is riding really high, though, which is not good. He's about to give up another reversal. And the other coach did call for stalling, which is not stalling. For it to be, I don't believe that was stalling.
And that is a stall warning against, that is a stalling and awarded a point from Zach and he's awarded to Alderson Broaddus.
I don't believe that Zach was awarded the first stalling call, so I don't get how it went from stalling to...
I see what it is. It was a loss of control is what it was, and that's why they are now neutral.
Yeah, there was a loss of control.
But that was a stall warning. So the first one's a warning, no points awarded for that. So the score is 2-3.
Okay, so that point was for the
The escape.
The escape, not the stall. Okay. Zach does have very solid shot defense. It's really solid. He's holding an ankle. They're just going to be fighting for a stalemate. He is scooting around the corner though. He needs to keep his leg low. He is watching the clock, which is not a great thing to do when it comes to that, but he's staying on him, and that should be a takedown. That should be a takedown. He has control. He's on his back, has 2 calls, and there's the takedown.
There's a takedown in the last seconds of the round, so round score is 4-3 in the favor of Zach.
Zach does look like he is in a lot of pain. I think he will be fine. I think he could keep pushing through, and I think he could pull this victory out if he.
All right, looks like Alderson Broaddus also chooses bottom this time.
Yes, the score is 4-3 with that takedown coming into the second period, and Zach has a minute and 25 seconds of riding time in his favor. And Zach is a really solid wrestler from his feet. He has really good shot defense. He's a little funky, and when I say funky, he does unorthodox things from a shot defense, or even when he's deep in a shot, he rolls different ways than people. He likes to just move different ways than people would expect him to move, and
not exactly traditional, you would say.
Yeah, not traditional. If you're familiar with wrestling, like watching like a Ben Askren kind of person, Zach's in a lot of pain right now.
Yeah, he is definitely having a hard time with that escape, and now with the takedown, the score is 4-6 in the favor of Alderson Broaddus, and they reward another 4 points for the near fall, leaving the score at 4-10 for Alderson Broaddus.
Zach's in a lot of pain. I don't think he could fight that off with either what's going on. I think it's his knee is what it looked like it was, or it's like, I believe he hurt an IT band, which runs from your hip right above your knee. And I think that was what was going on. Yes. Zach is in a lot of pain. He's struggling to get up and get back into the middle, but Zach is on bottom now because he was there whenever the time broke, and Alderson Broaddus is slowly chipping away at the riding time. Zach's only has a minute now.
Riding time will not be a factor in this match then.
Zach's going to stay on him even though he is down by 5. I don't think losing is acceptable to him, so I think he'll just keep staying on him. And Broaddus does hit a very nice Prescott slide-by takedown and rides him out for the last 7 seconds of the second period, and Zach will, I believe, have the choice on where he would like to be starting the third period.
All right, and now it is the third period. Zach has chosen bottom.
Broaddus did just get a caution. He did not cover Zach the correct way, and he just lets up Zach and see if he's going to try to get the score up to by 8 points so he can
get his team that one extra team point when they win by 8.
He's just fighting for those bonus points. That's something me, when I was in high school, my coach really...
All right, by keeping his feet in there, he was able to get that 2-point takedown.
West here, he actually could have actually collected some near fall or even went for a fall out of bounds. or when Zach was out of bounds, because his body was still inbounds. So that's a thing they added to college last year too, or the year before, that if you have a body part touching the circle, could even be a shoestring, you can still collect a fall out of bounds if you are holding him to what a fall actually is. Zach stuffs a nice shot there. He's really solid and goes for a little crotch hold in between the legs and steps over that leg, or the arm he's trying to step over, the arm that he's posting right there, and don't know really. Zach's really flexible too. Notice that wrestling him, and gets another takedown off that second reshot, the second effort.
With that 2-point takedown, the score is now 7-16, so he will be getting that extra point if the score doesn't change.
And he was working for a Turk right here and just trying to prime over. He's now working for a near side cradle, and just got to bring his knee towards his head, and looks like he gave up on that move as well. And Zach does have an ankle. He is holding an ankle right now, and it doesn't look like it's going to do much. There's 10 seconds left in the match, and it looks like Alderson Broaddus will be picking up a major decision victory, which is when you win by 8 or more points. So the score now will be 17-0 in the favor of Alderson Broaddus. And coming up next will be Dylan Dawson from Amherst County, Virginia, and he will be wrestling Logan Sharina from Alderson Broaddus. Zach does look like he's in a lot of pain and struggles off the mat. Give a lot of respect to him though for actually wrestling through and pushing through while he was really injured. So trainers help him off the mat, and this next one will get going. Dylan is also a freshman on the squad. Goes right off the bat. Nice club on Sharina, sorry. Zach's really solid, or Dylan, sorry. Dylan is very solid. He's a really head-on wrestler. He likes to stay right in front of you. He likes people staying right in front of him. He just likes to go out and just bang it out with people and just see who's a bigger man in his case, just going out there and just
working hard and fighting tough.
There was a really nice drag by Dylan. He went in for a trip. He did not. Dylan does have a very strong Greco-Roman international style background, which is why he fought out of that situation of the double underhooks on him to that body lock very well. He knows how to throw people, and he knows how to not get thrown. The ref did just warn him for contact to the head. Dylan is he just likes to bang on people's head and just get in their head and just make people not want to wrestle him. There was a nice shot by Sharia, but Dylan's fighting off. He does give up a takedown, but go back to the middle where Dawson will be down on bottom, and I don't see him staying on bottom that long. He's very explosive. He just moves a lot and doesn't like to lose. So
the score is 2-0 for Alderson Broaddus at this point in time.
Sharina does have a very good first move. He does more of like a chop on that arm he has covered from referee's position. And he just traps that arm and shuts down that first move of Dawson here. He does have a wing, and I believe that is potentially dangerous. It's not going 90 on his back. From what I saw, could have been a potentially dangerous call. Dawson is just, he needs to get his head up. He needs to start working his elbows in and basing up so he gets to a solid base so he could get a get a nice takedown and, or not takedown, sorry, escape or reversal.
All right. Dylan needs to go ahead and build up his base so that he can make some moves. While he's on his belly, he's very, very prone in that situation. But it looks like they're going to go give him injury time on Dylan.
Dawson, he does, hurt his thumb.
He did have a pre-existing injury on that thumb.
Yeah, it likes to, pop out of, socket, actually, and happens in practice quite a bit, and he just pops it back in and keeps wrestling, and just, like you see, trainers just taping it up, and he's gonna go out there and keep wrestling and act like nothing really happened, and that's kind of the reality with a lot of wrestlers. They are wrestling with a lot of damage to their body and just acting like they don't exist. They push out the pain and they just think nothing of it. So the injury time did stop, and
they're going to get some cleaner out there, clean those mats.
Yeah.
But the score is still 2-0 with 1 minute of riding time for Alderson Broaddus. And they go ahead and take neutral. They're going to go ahead and restart. No points awarded, because that is a rule in college that when they break for injuries, they go ahead and restart to whoever the non-injured would like it to be.
Yes, that is very true. And if you are watching this and is in the area, there is a Casperson Classic Wrestling Tournament here tomorrow. There's a very, very nice drag by Dawson. He has a very nice drag. Whenever I wrestle him, he hits me in them all the time. He's just really solid when it comes to those. And I believe there'll most likely be a stalemate blown here real soon. The ref's looking up at the time, seeing how long they're going to stay here. And I believe in a matter of seconds, this will be blown to a stalemate.
They did give him the 2 points for takedown, so that's great news.
Yes, and he also did eliminate riding time with that takedown. So
the score is 2-2 at this
There was a 2-point takedown with no advantage in riding time now. Well, there is an advantage, but there will be no threat of a point being awarded. Okay. So
Green, go ahead. Dylan went ahead and chose neutral for Southern Virginia, which means the third period will be picked by Alderson Broaddus.
He's right there clubbing the head, and ref does talk to him about it again, and that's something I enjoy doing whenever I'm on the mat. I like to bang on people's heads a little bit and like to be in people's faces the whole time and just not give them room to breathe, which is what Dawson's doing right now. That's why he keeps Sharina keeps backing up, and he wants to breathe and get space. He looks like he doesn't like wrestling whenever they're all tied up and stuff. He looks like he's more from the open wrestler. And right there, Dawson just does another shot, and then looks like Sharina's getting a little winded, a little tired, but it looks like he's gonna go for another Prescott looking drag just by the way he was digging in. But they break again, and Dawson's gonna be right there working in. And the thing with the drags that he does do is coming into the later part of the matches, it is harder to get it because they're slippery. And Dylan's staying on the whole time he's in his face and just keeps the pressure on, changes levels there again. Goes for a shin wizard and nothing happens. They just wrestle out of bounds. Good action. It does look like Sharina is getting a little windy. He walks back to with his hands on his hips. It looks like he's taking the toll from this great match going on here, this battle that they're having. So
that is one thing Dylan has always prided himself on, is his discipline and his ability to keep going. He just is able to keep going even when others are tired.
Yeah, he's actually a workout fanatic. I see him running around and the student workout area, the cardio room we have here, and even on campus, he has one of those high elevation masks, and just makes it so there's less oxygen coming to him, and he just keeps pushing. He just runs a lot, loves to work out, loves the sport. He just likes to push his way through, and he enjoys pushing himself, which is something really good, man.
All right, there in that last round when they were out of bounds, he didn't have any feet or body parts inside, so that's why there's no takedown at that point. So the score is still 2-2 going into the third round.
Alderson Broaddus does have 27 seconds of riding time in his favor, and Dawson does not feel comfortable riding Sharina, or he feels that he could get a takedown to go ahead in the match, to win the match. Well, so that's why he elected to go neutral right there and give the point to Sharina. In this point, Coach Davis also had a lot to say in that decision. Dylan looked over at Coach. He's just trying to figure out a good way for him to win the match, and I believe Dylan can get the takedown to win the match. Another drag. He does not get that one as solid. That's still not takedown. For it to be a takedown, I don't believe that was a takedown. For a takedown, you have to have 3 points on the mat, which is your 2 feet, a knee, pretty much 3 parts of your body touching. So it could be a hand, a knee, and a foot, both your feet and a hand. I just don't believe that met the criteria as they were going out of bounds.
The Sharina was awarded 2 points for that. However, it is a takedown. He is now on top.
And I do not believe that should have been called a takedown. I think it should have been, they should stay neutral and could have came back. And
actually, I agree with you there.
I don't see how that went.
Like
I
he
don't.
had control in that.
Yeah, I don't think the ref could have called that one. That was his second warning on a caution. If he gives up one more caution, I believe it will be a point for Alderson Broaddus. And then if he gets another caution, I believe it will be another point, and then the 5th one will be 2. And then if he has like 6, I believe it will be a disqualification. Dylan did get up real fast. He does have a good shot at getting a takedown to tie this match. He just needs to push through. He just needs to tell himself he's not tired and that he's the better wrestler and he could get a takedown. And doesn't look like Alderson Broaddus is going to be trying to get a takedown now. It looks like he's just going to be posting on ahead, just trying to get away and not give up that takedown so he could win this match. And Dylan's going to be doing the complete opposite. He's going to be on him the whole time, taking shots, doing everything just to get that takedown.
It is important to note that the score is 3-5 with 50 seconds left for Alderson Broaddus, so he really needs a takedown for 2 points at least to tie it up.
Does attempt a high crotch shot, like in a fireman's situation. There is 40 seconds left, so he's just going to keep working and keep trying to fight to get this takedown. Dylan, something was wrong with him at the time. He stuffs another shot. He stays on him. I think if he just stays on him, I think he will be able to work into a takedown. It doesn't look like Broaddus is trying to do anything. He's just trying to hold on for the match.
All right, guys, a takedown, 2 points. It's now 3-7. Riding time will not be a factor, and there are 7 seconds left in the match.
Yes. Dawson did have a great match in the last few seconds, or last minute. He was staying on him, and Alderson Broaddus just was hanging on and worked out a way to get his counter in, and so.
He fought really tough, but the match does end 3-7 for Alderson Broaddus. That is only a normal decision, so it's 3 more points for his team.
And then the team score right now is 14-0 in favor of Alderson Broaddus. Coming up now is Jonathan Barojas and from Las Vegas, Nevada, and he is wrestling
Cole Williams from Alderson Broaddus.
Johnny is a very slick wrestler on his feet. He really elusive, really has a lot of finesse is a good word of saying it. How he is on his feet, he go one way, and when you think he's going one way, he's going the other way and gets a takedown. Really solid. He's shorter of a wrestler, so it's harder for people to get in on his legs, but just really solid. He doesn't like to go outside and he likes to stay right in the middle with you, straight head to head, and just go after you with his shots. It does look like Williams does have a nice snap from his feet, which is what he does whenever Johnny will post on him or will do that. He'll just snap him off of him. He doesn't like the position he's in and just breaks it and just gets a clean restart. Does miss a low-level single leg takedown or a ankle pick. I couldn't exactly see what he was going for there, but he's really good at changing his levels from pretty much standing up to his knees, and then really good at finishing. Like I said earlier, he could just make you. His wrestling is kind of equivalent to like getting juked out by a running back. You think he's gonna run away, and then just cuts his feet, plants his feet, and just goes the other way, and just really good. He goes for a Prescott, shoots a in the open double. Williams does fight it off. He fakes another shot. I believe if he would have pulled the trigger on that one, I think he actually probably could have got in deep and ran it. And they run out of bounds. Johnny hustles back to the middle. Hustling back to the middle is actually important because you can actually get a stalling call if the person walks back and he just keeps hustling back. I've actually experienced that in my wrestling career. I like to hustle back to the middle and just get right back to wrestling. Don't like to waste any time when I'm out there on the mat. Johnny takes another shot and they go out of bounds. With new rules in college wrestling, Alderson Broaddus could be coming up on a stalling call if he does not start to work for a like circling back into the middle of the mat. And there was a caution call on Alderson Broaddus. Johnny gets in on another shot. This one he's elevating up in there. Think he's gonna try to kick his foot out down low.
He's elevating high.
And Johnny just sets back up in the middle. No one went out. Well, Alderson Broaddus did go out of bounds, but Johnny just stays on him. He's a really good wrestler, really solid. One of my favorite people to watch on the team, just in the open wrestling. Does stuff that I wish I could do on the mat.
All right, and that is a separate warning for a different infraction on Alderson Broaddus.
Actually, that's the actually what I was talking about earlier, how he was not trying to stay in the middle. He was pushing his way to the out of bounds, and they want people to be wrestling in the middle of the mat more. They don't want people to get comfortable just walking out of bounds, and so they're going to start penalizing people for not wrestling towards the middle of the mat.
All right, and Alderson Broaddus does defer into the second period, so that it is now SVU's choice. He chose his bottom, and Alderson Broaddus will get the choice in the third round.
These matches are actually very close matches, very good matches from what I could see just from wrestling so long.
I mean, this school that we're facing is a D2 school, and this is their second year as a D3 school at SVU, so that is a very good opportunity that coach has been able to set up for them to have this opportunity.
Yeah, Coach Davis actually, he does like to get better teams to come in and wrestle us, even if we might come up short with a loss. With sports, it's always great to face the better teams and then get really good at what you're doing. And Johnny does get the escape. He does fight off a shot.
So the score is now 1-0 for Johnny in his favor. We also want to thank Coach Sam Gardner from Alderson Broaddus for coming down here to see us for this match.
Yeah, from what I've been talking to Coach, it's actually I think he's a new coach here at Alderson Broaddus. I believe it is his first year. He's come together and made a solid squad. Johnny is very close to getting a takedown and gets the takedown. And now Johnny here is going to eliminate the 30 seconds of riding time that was built up on him at the beginning of the period whenever he decided to go to the bottom. It does look like Williams here is very tired and looks like he doesn't want to be on the mat right now. His head's down, his elbows are out, and that's just, he's not basing up the right way. He pushes up does like a push-up, breaks down real easy again, and Johnny's just gonna keep the pressure on him and just smother him, pop his elbows out, just make him not want to wrestle. Breaks him out
really
again.
Keeping him down.
This is something my favorite part of wrestling. I wasn't a big point scorer. I usually just get the takedown, grind out people, and just get the solid wins. Johnny did just reach the 30-second mark with his riding time, and he just needs 30 more to get the point awarded to him.
All right, and there was a stalling there because of the warning that he had earlier. He is now awarded a point to SVU Johnny. So the score is now 4-0 going into the second period. Going into the third period. All right, and red has chosen bottom. That is Alderson Broaddus has chosen bottom.
With this talk of getting bonus points from cautions, or not cautions, but for team points, if I was in Coach Davis's situation, I'd be talking to Johnny about possibly riding him for another 26 seconds to get the riding time to a minute, and then start working takedowns so he could get to that 8-point margin of victory in the match to get the four team points instead of the 3 just on a regular decision. This ref does seem very particular on the way he makes people start. He's given out a lot of cautions so far this night, and just
and that is the second caution against Alderson Broaddus. So yes. One more, and that is another point for Johnny.
Yeah. See, Johnny here is just keeping him down and just keeping his head down. It does not look like Williams wants to wrestle Johnny anymore. It just looks like he has him broke right now and just he stays on him. He's smothering him on top right now and just making it not a pleasant experience right now for Williams.
All right, he's got the leg in.
Yeah, he actually has a figure 4 leg ride, and something I enjoy doing. And Johnny cuts him with a minute 15 seconds left. He did collect his minute of riding time. So this is where if I was Johnny, I'd be start working takedowns and start working for this major decision victory as he goes in for the shot. He does drag out of the front headlock. He just needs to stay on him. I would have stayed on him, took a shot, baited a stalling call on his point. Johnny has really good defense. He's really slick on his feet, as you can see going on. Looks like they're both tired, though. Looks like they both put out all their heart in this match, and Johnny's about to collect a W here in about 40 seconds if nothing goes bad on his part. He does go behind it. Oh, that was a dirty throw. Oh my goodness, that was nice.
Oh, he picked it up. Johnny is now 6-1 for Johnny.
Johnny just think he broke whatever spirit that Williams did have left in him. I think Williams would be just happy to walk off the mat right now and just call it a night. And Johnny, if he could get a 4-point near fall here in the last 10 seconds, he will get the major decision. He is working the Turk, and I don't think he'll be able to get it here in the last 3 seconds, but Johnny does walk off with after riding time, a 7-1 victory, and collects the first win for Southern Virginia tonight. And
this year so far.
Actually, yeah, this year he was the first person to win a match. They did wrestle Ohio Valley earlier.
They did have a rough match last week against another D2 school, yes. Ohio Valley.
Yes, and coming up right now is Nate Rogers, or Shancho, as he's called on campus by everyone that knows him, and he will be wrestling
Josiah Solak.
Yeah.
Cody Spinks. All right, looks like he's wrestling Cody Spinks from Alderson Broaddus.
Yes, Shancho is from Utah. I'm not, okay. I do not know what high school Shancho did wrestle for, but he is another kid out of Utah. we have a lot of kids from Utah out here on the team this year, and Utah out west a lot. Only 2 kids from the home state of Virginia, so yeah.
All right, the score is 2-1 for Alderson Broaddus, which is Cody Spinks against Nathan. Nathan has another 2-point takedown, 4-1 for him. The riding time is at 15 seconds so far. All right, and he has got the cradle on him. And that is the pin.
Oh,
that is 6 more points for their team.
That was just 59 seconds into the match, and he ends up getting pinned and making the team score 20-3 in favor of Alderson Broaddus. At 184 right now, Southern Virginia does not have a wrestler. I don't know if we will be giving up a forfeit, but it looks like we are. But at 197, oh, that was 184. I'm so sorry. And at 197, this is Simon Vukovic versus he'll actually be wrestling Josiah Solak. Simon is from Kentucky, and all
right, Josiah Solak did get the 2-point takedown. It's 2-0.
And fun note to think, this is actually Simon's first match wrestling in about 5 years since he got out of high school. He did serve a mission for the LDS Church. He just getting back in the rhythm of things and just going for it. And this will be the last match of the night for the dual meet, unless there's an exhibition match, which I do not believe. I don't see any more wrestlers warming up or anything. But
what's something that is really exciting is that this is a very young team at SVU. They have a lot of opportunities. If people stick around, if they can get some more recruiting,
yes,
they could have a very good opportunity to build a great program here.
Yes, another thing I really want to point on is just the number of people who leave their homes out west, like in Utah, Arizona, Kentucky, Missouri in my case, and they come out here to a little town of 6,000 people in the middle of Virginia to come to a great school and just see what they could do on their athletic careers. I just think that's pretty amazing how they just kind of just give up what they were doing back home to come out here and go to college. And it's really really crazy how many people you see from Utah and Idaho out here, California and stuff. Simon is fighting off of his back right now from a pin. I think he'll be able to get up. He does have a nice hold. Solak does right now, and I just don't know if he'll be able to fight off of this one. He looks like a really solid hold right now for Solak, and I think this is what's coming. I think he just has to put that far shoulder down to the mat, and he's gonna keep fighting though. Simon's a fighter. He doesn't enjoy losing. He's gonna keep going. He's mushing the face. He's gonna do whatever he can to get off his back right now. He's might be sliding out too. Yep, he does fight off of his back.
And there's another 4 points in near fall. So the score is 10-0 for Alderson Broaddus.
Simon actually was my roommate. Funny thing about what he told me, the country music star Kenny Chesney is actually from his hometown. Just thought that was something really fun that he told me. I can't say that about my hometown. I wish I could. Simon is back on his back, and he does give up the fall. That will be the end of the duel meet tonight here, and the final score, I believe, will be 26-3.
And again, we want to thank Coach Sam Gardner and all of Alderson Broaddus for coming out, giving us this opportunity to wrestle with them.
And there is a open here at heavyweight right now, and
they're just awarding him those 6 points.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean much. I don't
just
know.
Because Ruben is injured at the time.
Our heavyweight is our heavyweight going down to 197. We actually have a heavyweight coming in from football, but that was the end of the dual meet, and Southern Virginia did suffer a loss, but they tried hard, they fought hard, they wrestled hard, and just
Good
came up
matches
short
all
today. But there is a wrestling tournament if you're in the Virginia area here at the Sports Arena at 10 a.m. This is the Casperson Classic, and Casperson actually was the old head coach of Southern Virginia Wrestling when they were a club before Coach Davis took over, and he just couldn't. I believe it was actually health issues is what got him out of the job, and then Coach Davis came in and took over the job and starting to build his legacy here and trying to get something happening. But there is a tournament here tomorrow if you are in the Virginia area and would like to come watch some solid college wrestling. Ohio Valley University, another D2, will be there. Alderson Broaddus will be here. Ferrum will be sending a few wrestlers, and just gonna be a nice fun day of wrestling for the wrestlers out there,
and a good opportunity for our team to get some real experience.
Yeah, get some matches so they're not wrestling each other all the time in practice. And
all right, well, this has been a great night. Thank you for joining with us. Again, I am Braden Berger.
And I'm Tom Magoon. And wish you guys a good night. Until next time.